Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for hanging in there, and I hope learning has been amazing. Today we are going to be looking at how to work with different file types. In data analysis, you would have to work with different types of files ranging from a comma separated value file, that is a CSV file, and Excel file. Although these are the two most common files that you would come in contact with, but they are not limited to those. We still have other types of files, right, like HTML files, JSON files, XML files, and so on and so forth. So today we are going to be looking at how we can deal with those files, how we can load them and have access to them for use in our files, and also how we can write to them, how we can save our data frames or anything, how we can save it to these different file formats. So here I've created a dictionary of different countries and their GDP, as well as their population and also their continent. So this is a dictionary that I named data, and I'm going to create a data frame using this dictionary. I'm just going to say DF, a short name for data frame. You can name it anything you want. And I've imported my Pandas as PD, so I'm going to be using the data frame function, data frame, and I'm going to use my data and I'm going to transpose it. Okay, before I do this, let me just show you what it looks like. So I've created this, and let's check out the data frame df. So you see here we have country, POP, area, GDP, continent, and day, the Independence Day. So we have all of this. So I want my data frame to have these as columns. I want to reverse it to have these as columns and these as my rows. So I want to reverse it. So I'm going to use the function transpose. So there's a function called transpose. So I'm going to say df is just df.t, capital T. So that is transpose dot capital T. Yes. So now if I say df dot shape, I'm going to have, I have 20 rows now and 6 columns. Don't get confused. So if you check out our df now, let's see. Yeah. So you see we have, it has been transposed. So now we have our indexes as our columns now, and we have our columns previously now as our index. So this is what I want. So this is the column for country, population, the area, the GDP, the continent, and the Independence Day. So this is the data frame that we just created. So we are going to write this to a CSV file and we'll try to load it. So let's work with CSV files. We have our DF now. So we'll just simply to write a data frame to a CSV file. That it means to save to a CSV file. You simply just use the to CSV function of Pandas. Yes, and then in it you pass in a string of the name you want to save your CSV file as. So I can say my CSV, or it's good to just save your file as the name of the content. So here I can say gdp.csv. So I want to save it as a CSV file. I'll just simply just write this and I would execute this. So if I execute this now, if you check here, you see we have gdp.csv. It has been saved. So if you open this file now, we would see that we have a CSV file. So you see we have our CSV file saved. So you can scroll down here and just say, just for you to see all of it. So that's just that about this. So, and the same way, if you have a CSV file that you downloaded from somewhere and you would want to have access to it in your project, you simply just say df2 is equal to pd.read CSV, and then you pass in the name of your CSV. So here I already have a CSV named exam scores. So I'm going to pass in the name here, exam scores dot csv, and let's see, let me get rid of this just so we don't get confused, and let me see our head, df2.head, and that's it. You see we've successfully read our CSV file, and you see we have these columns. So we have unnamed, we have gender, we have race, ethnicity, we have parental level of education, and so on and so forth. So this is accessible for us to use in our project. So simply, if you have any CSV file, you just simply download it, you upload it to your Google Colab, and then you use the read CSV function of Pandas to just read it, and then that's it. So the same way you read a CSV file, you can also do that to an Excel file as well. So you can say df.toExcel if you want to write a file, you want to save this file as an Excel file. You simply just say, okay, gdp, in this case gdp dot. So Excel files, they have the extension of slsx. So if you execute this and you check here, you see that we have a new file that is called gdp.slxs. SX. So when you download this, it's going to open as an Excel file. So in the same way you read a CSV file, you just simply if you need to access an Excel file in your data frame, in your project, sorry, you simply just say, you assign a variable to it, and you simply just say pd.read Excel, and then you pass in the name of your Excel file. Mind you, because we are using Google Colab is on cloud. So for you to read any file that is on your system, that is on your PC, you need to upload it to your Google Colab environment first before you can have access to it here. Assuming we were using other IDEs that were locally installed in our computer, like maybe the PyCharm or the Anaconda or the Python idle itself, you can access files without having to upload them. But since you are using Google Colab, you simply just click on this icon here, and you click on these files here, and then you upload any file you want to use in your project. You upload them here. Your system, your computer will have a pop-up, and then you select the file you want to upload, and you upload it there, and then you simply just read it here using, depending on the type of file, if it's the CSV file, if it is an Excel file, a JSON, an HTML file, you simply just read them accordingly. So that's just basically, the list is not exhaustive. We have different file formats, and we can simply not cover everything, but the basic files that you'll be coming in contact with are CSV files and Excel files. So that's just that about that. So the same way we also have read HTML. We have the pd.read HTML function to read HTML files, that is websites. You simply just pass in the URL of the website there, and it will read it for you. You can also use, we have pd.read JSON. For JSON file, you simply just pass in the name of the file and you read it. So we have different types of formats, so you can read up on that for more information, but this is just the basics. So in the next tutorial, we'll go into data wrangling and manipulation fully. So I can't wait to have you there. See you in the next tutorial.